I ain't hungry. First, I always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving.
Hurd takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in. Touchdown. Jalen Hurd.
When that cage opens up again, our teeth are snarling. We're drooling. We're ready. We're hungry, ready to hunt again.
Dallas. We hate you. Racing snow. The Eagles train to go. The Eagles win.
And again, and again, and again.
It ain't about them. It's about us. We play up to our potential. Each and every one of us together. Nobody can beat us. I promise you.
What is up, my brews? My Phils brews. It is October. We are back, and we're crushing it. We got the crew here again. We got John. We got Clayton, and a new guest member. No, not guest. He's here. He's here to stay. Jib, what's up?
The stand.
Oh,
The standard. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Hey, of
having me on.
Of course, guys.
Let's go.
We're
Yeah.
talking about this. The Phillies are 1-1 in the NLDS versus the Mets. I got some things to say. Look, I don't know. I feel I don't know how I feel. I feel great about this win. John, what do you think?
Man, tonight was a big win, especially after last night. Kind of a dismal game. Man, big win tonight. Big hits. I think we're back. Let's go.
This was season saving. That was like today was like when you're like looking at like the 8th inning, 9th inning, you're like, this is the season. I mean, at least for me, like they lose this, they're done.
100%, man. We're back. I think we're back. We're hype. We're getting out of the dugout. We're hitting home runs. We're in there. Let's go.
Here's my thing. Like, all right, so man, this when you face a 6 seed, the 6 seed is tough because that means that this team has rallied at the end of the season. They earned a playoff spot, and then they go in and they win the wild card series. I mean, to face this, MLB has to do away with that bye because like we saw it with ourselves when we faced the Braves. We steamroll them because we're the hot team. It's a hot team. They're a hot team. I feel like we got some magic back. For the longest time, you know, the Mets have it. And now we like the walk-off win. We got the magic. It's finally happening. And I'll stop blabbing. What's everyone think?
Let me chime in here. I'm gonna be the black cloud here. All right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be the black cloud. I'm gonna start out as a new guest, and I don't know. I don't like the direction the team's going. I feel like we're not hitting well. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We're not hitting well. We're pitching amazing. We're not hitting well, and I think moving forward we really need to focus on that. And I don't know what anybody else thinks.
Well, speaking of pitching, Jib, or go ahead.
Yeah, no, Castellanos hitting amazing. Obviously, saved the game tonight. Saved game 2. But
possibly the season.
yeah,
Well,
possibly the season, absolutely. But
Yeah.
if we're not hitting, if we're not just straining runners on base, we're not hitting. That's the bottom line, I think.
Let me say this, Craig. I think tonight was a step in the right direction as far as it goes. What do you think?
Absolutely. Step in the right direction, sure. You know, getting a fire lit underneath everybody, and
Well, what do
I
you think it
agree.
is? Like, what do you think it is? Is it like is it the layoff, like the bye? Like why are we slumping now?
In my opinion, I don't think it was the bye. I don't think they were going into the playoffs hot. I just really don't. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but at the same time, like this team has not been the team before the All-Star break team. I mean, we were out there just dominating with the hits, the runs, all that. After the All-Star break, you know, it got pretty lackluster, if you will. I know everybody else can speak on that if they'd like.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, the beginning of the season, we were steamrolling people, and then right before the All-Star break there, it started slowing down, and you're thinking, okay, you know, it's the All-Star break coming up. It's, you know, a break for everybody. They're going to come back out on all cylinders, you know, and just continue the dominance that they, you know, were displaying in the first half of the season. It didn't happen, man. and there was flashes of it here and there, but for the most part, this has been a very inconsistent team, and it's not a team that looked like it did at the beginning of the season. Also, having said that, I mean, we are facing the most red hot team in all of baseball
Right.
in this series in the Mets. As much as it pains me to say that, because I hate the Mets. I hate the Mets with the burning of 1,000 suns.
Yeah.
But they're red hot, and these guys do not die, man. They're cockroaches. Like, you think you've killed them 5 times, and they're there at the end. You know, it took every ounce to get this win tonight. And honestly, the first game, and you could say 5 innings through this game, the bats were cold, man. And I have to agree with Craig. I mean, it's bad. Like, but also I'm with John on this too. I think it woke them up. I think Harper's at bat in particular woke this team up, and I'm hoping they are gonna carry off of this momentum here into Citibank Field, and hopefully we can end it on their turf. That would be fitting. That would be the best thing for me. How much I hate the Mets in their season in their own house.
Just punch Grimace in the face.
Yes, thank you.
Stupid. That stupid Grimace. What is that?
Break
I'm
that
gonna
oh
ch-
my god thing over his face.
Oh God.
It's a
Oh my
horrible turd.
God.
I'm gonna dress up as the chicken nugget guy next game.
Can I add to
Jump
that?
in there.
Oh,
Okay, so I guess I agree with the postseason or post
All-Star break.
All-Star break. Yeah, All-Star break. Thank you. Post All-Star break. I don't like when the Phillies have a break. I feel like we kind of go downhill when we have a break, especially in the postseason. Like, yes, is the rest for the Phillies good, especially with this first round bye? But I don't like it. I feel like we come out of this bye flat, and that I feel like that's what we've been. We've just been flat,
Mhm.
and we're not playing well.
Yeah.
I don't.
So, I don't-
I don't like any break for any team, like especially the Eagles. I know when we usually clinch a bye, I feel like we always come out flat. Same thing.
always.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, the buy is never boded well for teams. Like
No,
like I
never.
said, like look at like the
last
Braves.
year.
Like yeah.
last year it was, and you hit that on the head 100%, Alex. I mean, I don't know that the bye is actually beneficial in Major League Baseball. The playoffs here.
not.
I almost feel like the bye puts you at a disadvantage because everybody
Yeah.
else is hot still. They're out there playing, and then you go static for a week.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
I
like,
agree.
if you're not playing, dude, like that's an issue, especially baseball, because it's not like football where you're a week and then you play your game, and then a week and you
Right.
play your game. You're playing games every single day, man, or every
Yeah.
other day at least. And when you have a long layoff like that, and we weren't even, not healthy or anything. We were relatively healthy, so it's not like we really needed the time per se. It was just, one less series that we had to play, one less step that we had to go. But I don't see that as an advantage. And when we clinched the bye, I was like, yeah, that's great. But I was with you. I was like, man, I watched what the bye did to the Braves last year. That was a strong team,
Oh yeah.
and they came out flat, and the Phillies came in red hot and took it to them.
Yeah.
I
I
got-
said this a lot. Yeah. Sorry, Megan. I go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I just got one hot take about this, and I think maybe the bye helped one person in particular. Now, we're going to be yet to see, but I think it's going to be Ranger Suarez because he pitches
Hopefully.
the simulation game. They said he pitched really well and kind of got his mojo back. So I guess we'll see. I don't know, but go ahead, Alex. I didn't want to interrupt you. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like on Clayton's point, like man, this like the postseason to me has always been like it's magic, right? And that like what does that mean? It could
Yeah.
mean like it means like who's hot, like the 6th seed, like fighting to get there, winning a wild, like they have the magic. I mean, as dumb as it looks, the OMG and like the like you see them in the dugout and they're like they've got something going on. That's what it is. They have magic and like I think today was so huge in the sense that, yeah, sure, if we lose that game, the season's over. I mean, I can say that, but the way we won it with a walk-off and like Cassie's getting the water poured on him, it's like,
Yeah.
yes, magic is here. We have the magic now. We needed that. And we like kind of we put their flame out a little bit. And it's huge. I mean, we should win this series. We're the better team. We're the Phillies. But like it was huge. I'm sorry. Where am I going with this? I'm sorry.
No. I'm with you there with the Magic because Harper hits the 2-run homer, and it's like, okay, he goes into the dugout. It's still looking pretty, let's say,
Flat. I mean, they weren't
flat.
even celebrating.
Yeah, I mean, that's the word.
Yeah.
And then Casty comes out, hits the back-to-back homer, and now all of a sudden the dugout's alive, which is like, okay, the Magic's back. You know what I
Finally.
mean? And then, it goes on another couple innings there, but then,
Strom
obviously
giving up that two-run shot was like demoralizing.
Stott hits the big triple, and it's like we're right back, man. Like, goddamn, like here we are.
Yeah.
Just get the ball and play. That's the name of the game. Get
Dude,
the ball and play.
yeah, to your point,
Am I wrong? I mean, get
No,
the ball and play.
it's small ball, and this team has always
It's
been, and correct me if
small
I'm
ball.
wrong. Yeah. But like
I
home run, like live and die with the home run. It's like, remember the 2015 Royals? Small ball. You get it's almost as if, if you get batters on base and then you advance them, you might win the game and score some runs.
Well, that's exactly what they did to us yesterday. It was all singles. They hit 6 singles and got 6 runs on us. Like, that's all they had to do. I mean, it works.
And speaking of yesterday, since we are a Phillies podcast,
Yeah,
I do kind of want to go into the last game, if that's all right.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, we're sure for sure. Yeah.
yesterday,
Disaster.
Wheeler's masterful as a pitcher. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 4 walks. And he talks about it in the post game, like those walks are almost intentional. He was a little worried to,
Yeah.
throw some nicer shit to those guys. And then 9 strikeouts, 0 earned runs on 111 pitches. I mean, it's just a great pitch game by Wheeler.
Ruined.
Well, I mean, the same scenario today with Sanchez. I mean, Sanchez comes in, pitches 6-7 innings, and relievers come in. Sanchez gives up 2 runs in the 5th inning, and you can't put that on him. That's on the hitting. That's on the offense, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, last game, yeah. I mean, Wheeler went out masterful, as you said, and then
Wheeler's the man. Wheeler is the goddamn man, dude.
He's an
I think
animal.
I think I've texted you this. Like, remember, like he was on the Mets. Remember that? And then
They wouldn't even let him come to the field, right?
Yeah,
They
he had
wouldn't
to
even
buy
let him come to the
tickets.
game. Yeah, they wouldn't let him in. He's a
All right,
member of the team.
here's a
He's
hot
a for-
take.
He's a former Met, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a hot take. Like, you don't pull Wheeler in that situation. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like analytics aside, like, why do you pull Wheeler? Like, let him go the 8th and then bring in a closer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
they were looking at pitch
everything
count.
they did. Exactly.
Yeah, but
Everything
pitch
they did
count
all
doesn't
year,
matter. Pitch count doesn't matter. Like,
it does a little bit, but
no, dude, it's backs against the wall right here. Like, you need to win that first game. I feel like, and like, send him out. What? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it differently. I don't know. I just feel like you let the guy go and like let him get those 3 outs in the 8th.
notoriously they tend to pull Wheeler in the 6th or 7th. And at times, like
analytics, man, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, at times, if you've watched, most of the games this year between the 6th and 7th, he starts to get hit on a little bit, some things like that. You know what I mean? Now, I know the last game wasn't that exact situation. He comes in and he pulls it out again in the 7th inning. But at the same time, you got to look at this. Like, Hoffman comes in, he's been great.
Yeah, exactly.
Strom's been absolutely great as well. He's an all-star.
Both of them.
You know what I mean? So you don't think they're going to get smashed on like they did. Sorry. But I feel like
I get that.
I feel like they made the right call and it just didn't work out.
I don't think so. I think we have a coaching problem in Philadelphia, and I'll say it.
Okay.
All right, hot take.
I
I mean,
disagree. I disagree on the coaching problem. I think Rob Thomas is doing a great job. I think it's a more of a just a
Exe-
hitting problem.
Execution. Yeah.
Just a hitting problem just across
Yeah.
the board. Just
Well,
we're straining more guys on base. I don't have the stats on how many guys we're straining actually on base, but I think it's just we're straining too many guys out there.
well, I do have the
That's it.
stat. So Schwarber tees off with a leadoff home run, which is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. You think that's
Only
it?
he has 2 hits, and the only Philly that got a next hit was in the 8th inning. So
that's
that's where we're at. So they didn't, they wasted a Wheeler start, basically, if you will.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
offense wasted a Wheeler start.
I agree.
You know what? You know what's interesting too. Like the broadcasters had made a point, and I know this is a thing. Like the shade. They were saying once the sun goes down, you start to see the ball more, and we know
Yeah,
that's
all
the
the
thing.
shadow.
Like, yeah, but it's like I never heard them talk about that much, and they're making a point out of it. This game and the last game, and you go back and look, like, yeah, the Mets came alive, when the sun went down.
They did.
So
That they did. And
yeah,
the
it's
Phillies
crazy.
also came alive too, to be honest. They had a couple hits. Now they didn't score any runs there yesterday, but and they could have, obviously what I want to say, Harper, what do I got? Harper gets a double to right field. I think he got 3 on that. He stopped at second. I think he should have definitely gone for 3. I mean, obviously you're down 4, 5 runs there. You got to get aggressive.
Yeah, 100%. You need to
Got to
stay
get
aggressive.
base running. Then obviously he's on second. Casty singles to left, and then they stop Harper at third. And not that any of this matters in the long run, because we obviously know what the final destination was of this game. But him stopping at third, again, you don't get aggressive in the base running. You're trying to get runs. You know what I mean? Start something, any kind of a rally. So.
I mean, I think they did rally, in the end, in the long run, especially with the Harper home run.
No, this was yesterday. This was yesterday.
Oh, we're talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as far as yesterday, again, flat. Flat. That's my take on it. Just flat.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the crowd? Like, we're supposed to be known for this.
Crowd's dead.
Environment, environment
Lackluster.
that, like, you're scared to come here. Team should be.
Well, what do
you said lackluster, Jim.
At the same time, what are you going to cheer for? What's there to cheer for?
Well, I mean, just cheer to cheer. I mean,
you can't cheer fucking nobody getting hits through 8 innings, except for Schwarber, 2 hits.
I mean, we're for 3 games. I mean, you're paying $500 a seat for what? To watch us lose?
well, I mean, I think people should just be on their feet.
Yeah.
I agree. Totally agree.
I mean,
Well,
give
let
me
me
the
ask you
ticket.
this: if with how lackluster it was down the stretch, I'm not going to say we limped into the playoffs by any means, but it was lackluster compared to the beginning of the season, the end of the season here. And do you think that maybe Philly fans are kind of weary, like kind of,
yeah.
like, oh God, here we go again? And then you have, because most of the time, if you're a Phillies fan, you're also an Eagles fan, so you also have that drama bleeding in on top. It's a rough time right now. I don't think Philly fans are confident in their Philly teams right now. But I'm with you. Like, if you're at home, just make noise to make noise, because it's gonna mess with the other team and it's gonna charge your home team. Like, that's what you're here. You have one of the biggest advantages in all of baseball playing at home. We have the best record at home, in all of baseball.
Here's a hot take, and I don't want to go in it. I don't want to go into any football stuff, but when are the Eagles going to stand up and give Jalen Hurts the standing ovation like they did Trey Turner?
Not me. I will not
Well,
participate.
All right. Well, let's go into the football.
Moving on. Well,
no, Clayton, to your point. Hold on. Clayton, hold on.
Let me elaborate on that, if I may. Or as Philly fans, are we expecting the demise? Like, are we expecting?
Yes. Yeah. There's that
Or
like
are,
pessimistic view.
are we expecting the Phillies to just blow it? To just we come into this postseason with a break, which in my opinion, in the past, and again, I have no stats on this, but are we expecting to lose? I mean, honestly,
I
I
think as a
expect
Philly
us.
fan, you always think like the
We're,
worst.
well, yeah, you hope for the best, expect for the worst, but as a
Yeah.
Philly fan, you expect the worst.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
No, I agree. Clayton, I want to go back to your point. You said, and interesting enough, like, yeah, like the teams, like, look where we were last year at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles are what? Undefeated. Like, there's a vibe, there's an energy around the city because, like, yes, the Eagles are undefeated. Yes, we got this, like, where were we? Like, maybe wild card. It's
Yeah,
we
NLDS.
and
were
then
hot. We were
we
hot.
came in and beat the Braves off of that wild card series. And, like, we were looking great.
Yeah.
All the Philly teams were looking great.
Yeah, the energy in the city was like just like I think you got a point there. Like the Eagles are kind of like the through line, like the blood, it pumps through the Eagles, and if we're not doing well, then it's like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like I said, most of the time, if you're a Philly fan, you like all the Philly teams. At least the Sixers, the
four
Phillies,
for four, yeah.
and the Eagles. Yeah. So, I honestly believe when the Eagles aren't doing well, it takes a toll on the other teams. Like it does. It, like you said, it flows through the Eagles, and there is incredible uncertainty around that team right now. So I think the vibe in the city, like you said, is just off right now. I tell you what, they go up there and they stomp the Mets out 2 games in a row, and they come back for the next series. Philly is going to be lit.
We'll
It'll be
split.
lit the whole game.
Yeah, I think we'll split in
Me
New
too.
York. Yeah.
I think next game in Philadelphia is a must win. It's
You
just
let me put words in your
it's
mouth.
an
We're going to New
absolute
York.
must
We're
win.
going to New York. So
You
if we
think-
get back to Philadelphia, it is
We're
a
Jim
going
is
to-
saying, Jim
it's
is saying,
game five.
let me put words in his mouth. He's saying next game could decide the series.
Oh, absolutely.
But it'll be in New
Absolutely.
York.
No, I know, but like if we went on the road,
100%. 100%.
We have to, because I think next game's still in Philly. So game 3's in Philly.
no,
So,
it's a 5-game series, so we're going up we're going to
York.
New York.
Oh, it's still nothing changes. It's a must
You
win.
gotta
Mhm.
you gotta take it. Yeah, you gotta take it to New
It's
York.
it's a must win.
If we could win on their turf, that'd be great. Like I think Clayton, you said, it'd be amazing.
You got to steal at least one game here and then get it back to Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over if you don't. I mean, you have to.
Oh
split
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
The series is
Oh.
over. But
Yeah.
I think honestly, there is a world where this team can go up there and win 2 games and end it right there. What I think's going to happen is it's going to be a game 5 and it's going to be decided
Yeah.
in Philly.
Game 5 at the bank. That's what that's what losing yesterday meant to me is that yeah, you have to win this game and then it's a split and then yeah, game 5. It guarantees a game 5 at the bank.
But that's the thing. Like, again, you obviously want to beat them in 3, and then you get a little break. But like, again, from what we've been talking about tonight, like, we don't need no breaks. We want to get hot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah, stay
Let's-
hot.
let's just continue to play every day and get better.
But let's talk about like hitting home run. Harper hit the home run, and then the boys get on board. Finally, we get on board and hit some. Just get the ball and play again. Get the ball and play. That's
Yeah.
when that's when everything got running.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we got some runs on the board in the bottom of the ninth. In the bottom of the ninth. Is that what it takes? Does it take 9 innings to actually
You'd
win a
hope
game?
not. You'd hope not. Yeah.
Like, good
Well, let's
Good
talk
lord.
about it tonight.
good
Let's
lord.
talk about it tonight.
I mean,
The Phillies,
Nick Castellanos. Let's talk about it.
the Phillies,
Cassie.
the Phillies sit a struggling bomb tonight for Sosa. Sosa makes a error first play of the game. I think it was.
I'll say it. I don't like that move.
Yeah, I mean, Bomb's definitely struggling. He was an RBI king before the All-Star game.
Sure.
Didn't seem to find it too much after. You know, I think he was leading the league in doubles before that. And
Yeah. You
Not
don't.
only
You
that,
don't.
he-
Yeah. Go ahead. Clint.
Go ahead. Oh, he was a
No, no,
hitting
no.
machine. Like
yeah,
his batting average was like tops in the league as well. At one point I know he was the best NL batter for a long stretch there. And then I don't know. This is just from what I've heard from insiders, like some of the stuff I read and listen to is he was really chasing 100 RBIs, and it started messing with his fundamentals and mechanics, and it put him into a
Really?
slump.
and
Yeah,
you could kind of see it too, because at times where he would like pop up and shit, he'd be like slamming bats or like fucking, negative Nancy in the dugout,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Topper's such a weird guy, though. It's like r- he's like a ride or die with your players type, but then he like benches Bohm. It's like I don't know. That to me, like, just ride with him. He's fine. Unless there's stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, and that's possible. But yeah, let him go out there. I mean, what?
I think after yesterday, and it was like they made a big deal about this, and he was asked about it. Like after he went 0-4 yesterday, and he's slamming. I mean, he's like slamming his helmet in the dugout. Like I think Topper's like, okay, man, this guy needs a mental day. He needs to sit the fuck down, just
Is that what it was? A
rewind.
mental day? You think?
Yeah, and that's why I think they didn't start him, but they brought him in, just to show him, hey, look, man, we still have, you know, confidence in you. We're still gonna put you in spots where we need you, but just for the start of this game, man, just sit down, relax, get your head straight, man, because we're gonna need him moving forward. We need him to get out of this slump. We are gonna need. He was one of our main bats, man, and he
Yeah.
is just what is he? 3-27 or something crazy. I don't even know what the stat is, but it's like something crazy for his last, 27 or 29 at bats. It's a slump, and he needs to get the hell out of it if we're gonna, be successful. I don't know that I agree with him benching him for Sosa. I get that he likes to bring Sosa in. He said for a spark or whatever, but it just the decision didn't work today.
He's an
100%.
energy guy.
I agree with the Sosa spark sometimes though, because Sosa comes
He
in at
does.
times and just, he may knock one or, hit a couple base hits or whatever.
And
So
he's
Yeah.
made
I
plays in the
understand.
field,
I
too.
understand that. Yeah, absolutely. But he didn't deny.
He did not.
But,
Yeah, it looks like a bad decision in hindsight, but I get it. Like I do get it sitting Bomb down. I tell you what, we lose this game, that's something we may be talking about.
Oh, 100%.
Sanchez doesn't look as good as he does. That's something we're going to be talking about. Why isn't Nola out there, especially in a must-win game too?
Well, let me say
But it
this.
worked.
On Sanchez, obviously he looks pretty good. He gives up the 2-run homer, but a lot of times, like if you've watched Sanchez throughout the year, he'll give up a run or two and then usually dials it in right after that. So he strikes out 2 right after that. There's a ground out and then strikes out 2 more. So 5 straight outs right after that.
Yeah, he bounced back. Awesome. I mean, he was his whole start was quality. I knew he was going to give up. Going in, that's what I thought to myself. I was like, if we can just get out of Sanchez's shift with just two or less, we'll be okay. And that's what he gave up. But the bats didn't show up until the 6th inning. So we were definitely sweating bullets up until that point.
Yeah. Let's talk rotation. So yeah, Sanchez gets the game 2 start, and Nola's your game 2 guy. Like, what goes into that thought process?
I'll be honest. Go ahead, Clay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the most logical thing is what Top said, that they looked at the splits. Sanchez is not great on the road. He is great at home, and also Nola is a vet. Like, yeah, he may get taken yard tomorrow or on Tuesday, but that's what happens. I mean, he gets taken yard all the time. But I know that he's gonna have the mental capacity to shake any adversity off and lock in and pitch that game. I don't know that Sanchez has that same mental ability. I'd like to think he does, but he's untested in big time games like that. Nola, I'm not worried about him going into enemy territory and handling his business and giving us a quality start.
Yeah, I agree with that take.
I love it, but like, man, these are professionals, man. Like,
Mhm.
I'd love to think that like Sanchez like go in and win in enemy territory. I mean,
Sanchez is a great pitcher, man. And I feel like he's calm, cool, and collective. We just don't know. He just hasn't done well on the road.
dude, remember when Ranger was like NL Cy Young favorite?
Yeah.
Like we have that in our back pocket. Like it's insane. Like if these guys come out and actually play to their potential, it shouldn't even be.
I got a good feeling for Ranger. I really do.
Matchups. I think it comes down to matchups.
Yeah. What do you mean?
My-
Like you're saying like
Yeah,
Like lefty righty.
lefty righty. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I think it comes down to matchups.
yeah, you might be right. What else? Let's see.
Relievers.
Yeah,
Relievers
that
got to
too.
come in.
That too.
Relievers got to come in and do their damn job and not give up runs. Obviously, Ruiz comes in the top of the sixth, gives up an immediate home run to Pete Alonso, who's chef kissing himself around the bases.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Dude.
That pissed me off.
Man, I texted you. I was like, everyone on the Mets has like a punchable face. They just do.
Clayton literally said that tonight.
No,
It's like-
John did. John said that. I was just mad because they kept panning to this dude's face, like they just kept
Smile.
on.
Just
And
smile. I'm like, good
my
God.
God, man, why do we keep coming back to this guy's
That was
stupid
Nimmo.
face? Yeah, no, that was
Nimmo
yeah,
Nimmo.
was the
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But all of them have punchable faces. And then, dude, they have a grimace character at the bank. Like,
Yeah.
push that guy down the stairs. I mean,
That's
I'm
what
not
I said.
advocating violence, but
No, I am. I encourage violence.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but
My
also at the same time, Ruiz gets us to the bottom of the sixth, and then the Phillies come alive. Turner singles to left field. Harper home run,
Ooh.
big one, an absolute big one, where
that
he
was-
hypes the crowd.
Dude, that was one of those moments where that's why he gets paid what he gets paid right there. And that
Right.
his team needed him so bad. And when he stepped up there, he had that. I mean, he's had that pissed off look for the last 2 games. But he had a look on his face like, dude, I am done with this. Enough. It's on.
Yeah.
Whap. All right. We're right back in it.
I still want to see what Harper did to the Mets bench. I'd love to see that play back.
well,
I'm pretty sure he threw a chef's kiss to the Mets bench.
Yeah, we never
Yeah,
got a
if
good
you look-
replay on that.
If you look at the Pete Alonso, he gives the chef kiss. It's whether it's back to Harper or the first base coach. You
Yeah.
see him look back, and he's to Craig's observation there. He gives it back. We don't know if it's to Harper. We don't know if it's to the first base coach,
He did
So-
something. I'd love to see it back.
which I think pissed him off, rightfully so.
Oh, well, good. Fucking good.
Yeah, way to come alive. And
Yeah,
then
about
obviously,
time.
About
Then
time.
obviously,
Yeah, exactly.
Casty comes up, just hits a fucking monster home run. You know what I mean? Look, stares his own dugout down.
Oh, he knew it as soon as it left.
Yeah.
the-
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was just, it was nice to feel that as a Phillies fan again. Like, here we are coming alive for.
Yeah, go ahead, Clayton.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that description is so correct. It actually felt like I was alive again. Like I felt dead through the first game and 5 innings until Harper gets up there and does that, and then Cassie comes up right behind him. It's like, holy shit! I finally feel good again. I finally feel like alive. Like there's something to cheer about in this game because I was ready to chalk it. Like the way they were looking, the way they were so flat, it was just like, man, you're getting a quality start from your pitcher here and the bats aren't doing anything, and then Harper comes up and it's like, man, we're back alive. And it recharged the crowd, recharged the team, and they fought to the end.
The crowd was definitely in it there after that.
Let me just go ahead and say it shouldn't take one home run to recharge the team. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're
It
right.
shouldn't take that. It shouldn't take that. It should be a team effort. It should be across the board. Everybody's on the same plane.
Oh, it goes back to like the small ball talk. Like, are
Small
we just
ball.
waiting for that home run or like?
Small ball. That's exactly what it is. What it should be across the board. Small ball. I mean, that's it.
Get runners on base, and they
Mhm.
might score. That's
I,
crazy.
again, I don't have the stat, but I mean, we're straining more guys on base. I mean, we did it before the postseason. We stranded more guys on base than any other team in the league.
Yeah, when
It's
they're on, you gotta score them. I mean, that's baseball, right? You gotta they gotta cross home.
Yep.
Let's talk about this. How do you guys watch games? We didn't talk about this much, but like I feel like I go negative, and then maybe I think it does run through the Eagles. I'm being serious. Like if the Eagles aren't doing well, I have this negative perception of everything. But like, are you guys optimistic? Because I was negative today. Obviously, coming from last night. I mean, like,
eh.
how do you guys handle this? Are you negative? Everyone knows I'm a skies falling type of person.
Well,
But like,
let me get in here. Last night we were gonna do a post game pod after the
you want
shit-
nothing to do with it.
Yeah, after the shit experience I had last night, I was like, man, I don't even feel like talking about this. Like, this is pathetic.
I took my jersey off mid game.
Oof. What are you rocking? What jersey are you rocking?
Cliff Lee.
Cliff Lee.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Cliff
I love
Lee.
that.
He put
That's
it back
great.
on in the 6th or 7th tonight, though.
Yeah, I did.
No,
Cliff Lee.
I had texted John, chalk the season, chalk the series. I'm done with them. These guys are losers. That's where I was. I was so disgusted with what we watched Saturday night. I'm glad you guys didn't even hit me up. I didn't even know that there was talks about it because I would have been like, I don't know, man. I probably don't want to
Yeah.
talk right now. But I mean,
I'm just an extremely sore loser.
yeah,
So-
me too. And I also seen a stat that we have never ever won a series when we dropped the first game, and that
Yeah.
killed me.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break. We're gonna do a quick break, and we'll get back to more Phillies and maybe some birds talk. We are back. John, here's something I want to ask you. You were recently out here in Los Angeles at the Greek Theater to see Goose.
Man.
What is
Magical.
That was the Greek that you were at.
Yeah.
Magical experience, man.
Wow.
Probably one of the top 10 times of my life, man. That was an absolute blast.
Well, I want to ask you, and on this show and on Speaks shows, we can't just let things lie. I want a rating. Break it down. What was your rating of the Greek as a venue?
Yeah, I'm curious on this one too.
Well, do you remember, Alex? We talked about it early on, and I was upset about something. I can't remember what it was.
The
Do you
merch.
remember?
There wasn't a shakedown.
Oh, the
shirt.
merch. Yeah. So, like, I'm a Grateful Dead fan. I'm a, Fish fan. Goose,
Right.
obviously, is who we saw there. And they always have, like, a shakedown, outside where you can buy, like, cheap merch or something like that. They had nothing there. They had one guy selling Goose shirts, for 35 bucks. That looked terrible. Terrible.
We bombarded the guy. The
Yeah, we
minute
did. But, that's just a minuscule
I
of
get
the,
it.
of the
I
take.
get it.
So
No,
I'm gonna,
dude,
no.
that goes into the rating. It goes into the rating.
No.
It
Because
does.
when I got in there, you're in like a cove of like a couple mountains there or whatever, and that was one of the most magical experiences I've ever seen. Seeing a band,
It was a great show.
phenomenal. I'd say 9 out of 10 easily.
Nice.
9 out of 10, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a great set list. I had a phenomenal time. Phenomenal. And I thank you for having us out there.
Hey, man, it was our pleasure. I mean, seriously, I think the Greek is like, I mean, that's my favorite venue of all time. Just given the fact, and here's something I was thinking about. Like, you could literally go to the bathroom from your seat and get back before like a solo. That's
Right.
to me is like incredible. Like, there's no lines. It's the bathroom is set up perfectly. The drinks are expensive. I'll say that. They're
Yeah, they
way
were.
overpriced. Way overpriced. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking what were they?
20
Uh
bucks.
$20 for a beer.
That's like
20
an Eagles
bucks for a
game.
Coors Light.
Yeah.
However, I
Like,
had the hazy IPA, but the thing of it is that that doesn't concern me too much. Like that's not going to
nah,
drop my
concerns
time.
me
You know what I mean?
crazy.
The key is like it's my favorite band in a great place
Yeah.
with a great set list. You know, at all times they don't play the greatest set list,
Oh,
but
they had a good
man,
one.
it was phenomenal. It was
They played
phenomenal.
Jib. Did you tell Jib about this?
Oh
Like
yeah,
that
he saw.
dude, what is that? They played a song and they hit the power chords and I was like, this is
Yeah,
like amazing. They put the music industry on notice, I feel like with that. Like we can
we
take it over.
we got to dive back in to see exactly what it was.
Yeah, we'll
Heard,
dive back in.
heard you're not a big Goose fan, Alex.
I
But,
love
but,
Goose.
but maybe you are now?
I'll say I do enjoy them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like them. I love them. I'll say I love them, but I don't.
Was that show of the year or no for you?
We'll get into that on the Speaks Happy Hour. Oh, maybe we can review it here. No, I
If
mean,
it's
like,
not, I got a problem with you.
dude, uh, musically, like, I felt like we like went on an experience. Like,
For sure.
it was like amazing. Like, they really take you on an experience. It was great. It was I don't know. We'll talk about shows of the year and the season. Let's get back to the Phillies. John, you had something to
All
say?
right. Yeah. So we got up to
Casty.
no.
Casty in the
We
sixth,
got up
didn't we?
Cassie going back to back with Harper. Yeah, thank you. Then Kirkering comes in the top of the seventh for Ruiz.
Let
Gives
me
up
ask you: do you think that was a mistake there by Topper by not sending Sanchez back out for another inning, or do you think that's
Well,
good management?
Sanchez
Like,
was already out
honestly.
before Ruiz came
was
in.
he?
So yeah. Let's
Yeah.
dive. Well, we can dive back into it. I think Sanchez could have won another one.
Me
in
too.
my
I think he
opinion.
could have went to the
Yeah.
sixth.
I do think he could have won another one.
I think Sanchez could have went to the seventh.
Maybe he was, dude.
In
He
my,
was
in
looking good.
in my opinion, they should have taken Sanchez to the seventh, just like they did Wheeler in Game 1.
Yeah, I didn't like Kirkring in that spot. I don't know.
I generally like Kirkering.
I
He
don't
has some
like
good
Kirkering.
stuff.
I don't
know,
like.
Craig, I know Craig don't like it, but Kirkering, through the season, if you watch, like I watch a lot of games, I watch pretty much every game, but he has some nice stuff. But he's young. He's a young guy. It's his second year. You know what I mean? Obviously, they put him off a cliff last year in the world or the NLCS. Or not NLCS. So was it the one before that? I forget.
That was a
Who's that?
series, dude.
Yeah.
That was a series.
Yeah. So
World Series.
no,
They
it wasn't
put him
World
in-
Series.
Was it the Astros?
Yeah, 2 years
Or,
ago.
no, who the hell
It was the
was it?
Diamondbacks. It was the Diamondbacks.
That's who it was. Jesus, I couldn't think it.
Yeah,
So
Randy Johnson hitting a bird.
I don't know. I like Kirkering. He has a nice sweeper. He has some nice pitches, but he gives up a home run to Nimmo.
Mm-hmm.
We all hate that guy's face because they just plastered it all over the goddamn TV. Gets chatty with Real Muto and the the Phillies dugout. And then we get to the bottom of the eighth.
Saying
Harper
there,
walks.
does anyone know?
What's that?
What did he say there? Does anyone know?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. He was chatty though. He was definitely chatty.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So bottom of the eighth, Harper walks. Casty singles to right. Harper gets the third, so it's first and third. Stott the biggest hit of his goddamn career. Triples
Oh yeah.
Mm.
to right, scoring Harper and
Huge.
Casty. Made it 5-4 Phils. And then Real Muto comes up. He grounds into a fielder's choice where the guy bobbles it.
Let's talk
Stop
about.
scores.
Can we talk about Real Muto for a
We
second?
can. We definitely can. Go ahead. You got the
Jesus.
air. Jesus.
What about it? Jim's about to fry this guy. What about it?
Dude, one of the best catcher, Golden Glove winner.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, he is.
But shit in the bed, man. Pardon my language, but Real Muto, like, let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's time. Yeah.
should be one of the best hitters in the league. Batting mid lineup. The guy needs to do better. He needs to do better. He should do better. He needs to be better, in my opinion. Has to be better.
Who did we trade? We traded for Marsh, and we let one of our prospects go to the Padres. He was a catcher. Who was that? Let's see. Because he's like a beast now, and it's
Recently?
Well, when we got Marsh, we traded for Marsh, and we let one of
Would
our
have been to the Angels.
Logan O'Hop. Yeah. Oh yeah, Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan O'Hop, which is like he's kind of a beast now. It's like, should we have kept him?
Well, no, because he's
No
Realmuto's
way.
the
No
best
way.
catcher in baseball. One of the best catchers
Yeah.
in baseball. By far.
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
offensively, he's been off the map, but now he's been banged up. Knee injuries, fucking
Knees.
yeah,
Knees.
which is notorious for a catcher.
Catcher, yeah.
Strom comes into the ninth, gives up a 2-run? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Lindor singles the center off Strom, and then Vientos hits a 2-run shot, tie the game.
Which, to be fair, man, what the heck was he
And
swinging at? Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a pitch out of the zone, high as hell, and hits
high
a home run off
fastball, and this guy chin music, and he swings on it and knocks it out of the park. Like, get out of here with this.
kind of crazy. And then we come up to bat. Jeff Hoffman comes in, closes the inning. We come up to bat. Hayes strikes out. Schwarber pops up, and then Turner gets walked. Harper gets walked after a great at bat. I mean, that was a great at bat by Harper to get walked there, and then Casty walks it off, man.
Yeah, I texted you, John. I was like, man, Harper has the moment to be like the greatest Philly athlete of all time.
Yeah, but that was a great at bat by Harper. I don't care what
It was.
anybody says.
It was. I'm not saying that, but yeah, it was.
You got to take what they give you. You're gonna throw it into the dirt. You know what I mean? Take the walk.
He was like 2.5 feet off from walking it off himself.
That's true. Yeah. He hits the foul and
Yeah. Down back in that corner.
foul in the corner. Yeah, he almost walked it off. But you know what? They got to get. You can only get what they give you. You know what I mean? They're gonna pitch around Harper.
Oh, I knew
all
they were.
playoffs.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
playoffs. They're gonna
yeah.
pitch around Harper. They don't want him to get anything on them. So
Totally unintentional walk, my opinion.
it's basically what it is. It's an intentional walk.
Yeah, they're gonna see if they can get him swinging, but he's not going to, and
So Casty is the hero of this game.
Good for him.
We agree. He had a moment in the fourth. I don't know if we caught that. I seen some replays
yes.
on it. He swings at 2 bad balls in the dirt, and that's been kind of his MO here, at least in the last game, in this game. And then the pitcher puts another one pretty much in the same spot, and he lays off it, and the crowd starts cheering for him because he laid off it, and he shakes his head, and he's like, "These fucking people." He says that. You can read his lips. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man.
I wanted
It's
to get into that a little bit.
bum-esque.
What do you think?
They get on him a lot, and at times he's swung at a whole bunch of bullshit. So they're not going to get on you if you don't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Well, I texted you, John. Like you were talking about his errant swings. I was like, let Cassie just do what he does. I don't want these guys doing things. You know what I mean? Like I think it'll pay off, and Cassie paid off.
He definitely paid off big time, bud.
Yeah, and
What
that's
do you
one thing with Cassie I really like. Well, I don't know that I really like it, but I like that he's honest about it. He says when he was struggling early in the year and he came out of that slump, they asked what changed, and he was like, "You know what? I went up there and they were making me, go up there with an idea of what I wanted to do." He's like, "That's not me. I go up there and I fucking swing the bat. That's what I do." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And watching him, he's better off when he's not up there looking for stuff. Like when you just let him go up and swing, sometimes it looks ugly like we've seen, but it also looks good. I mean, he was the hero.
He's pretty nasty to the media too.
I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's one thing I noticed about him too. Like when he's got like that walk off moment, he'll like push the camera.
Yeah,
Have you
he
guys
did.
noticed
Mm.
that?
Then
I
he
like
went and
that.
had
He's done that a few times.
Then he went and had a moment with his kid, which I think is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Like, I mean,
100%.
agree, yeah.
I would wish for those moments to do for Joyous,
Yeah.
Yup.
my son.
Yeah. Yeah.
100% agree.
I like it. How's the temperature? Guys, let's go rounds. What do you think? Like temperature wise, like are how do you feel? Are we winning or what?
Man, I think we're back, dude. I think this one opened everybody's eyes. Like
Go back.
before these, the big home runs from Harper and I think it was third or what inning was sixth. I'm sorry, the sixth inning.
Yep.
I was like, we're dead. The fans are dead.
I'd
Everybody's
given
furious.
up. I'd given up.
Yeah, same, almost same. But like, God damn it, I think we're back, man. I think we're back.
We took the magic. That's all it takes. Like take some magic and make a
Yeah.
run.
I mean, that game 2 here that we just watched, I think that broke the ice. I think they were playing super tight. And the whole we've been mentioning it, but the crowd was tight too. Like
Yeah.
I think this just is going to loosen everybody up. I think this broke the ice. This is like you're 4 beers in now, you're starting to feel good, okay? Like let's let it, start percolating here. So,
Yeah.
I think we're all right, but also I'm still sweating. Until we kill this Mets team, I'm sweating them because this team is a resilient cockroach that refuses to
Yeah,
die.
they're not going to win.
I think we came alive though.
Yeah,
I think
no,
we're
me
coming
too.
alive, dude. I really do.
I feel optimistic about it, but I'm still kind of sweating because it's not over. It's not over, but we're where we need to be right now. Like what we just did there, especially coming back in the ninth like we did. So we came back, they came back on us, and then we came back on them to walk it off. Like that's a big deal, man. That's big
Huge.
momentum wise.
Walk off is huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So I would agree with you, John. Like I think we're back, but until these cockroaches are squashed, I'm sweating.
It was a moment of like, oh, here we are. It almost seemed like we came to the party. It's like, oh, welcome back. You know?
You can rally.
So let's do that. I feel good about it. What do you guys think about the birds?
Man, I got a couple of things that I just marked down the other day.
Sirianni, he was at game 1. Jesus.
Yeah, I
guy
saw
doesn't
that.
Go away.
Uh,
He doesn't go away.
The Eagles have only run 23 plays under center and 6 plays play action, ranking 30th in both. Is it a Sirianni or a Laurie issue? Because they've even before Sirianni, they weren't, running play action and all that.
I mean, can Hurts run play action?
That's what I was gonna ask. The
You
play
gotta run the
action and
ball
the
to run
and
play
the
action.
yeah, that's true. But the under center stuff, I don't think Hertz wants to be
That's what
under
I meant.
center at all. I think that's entirely on Hertz.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The play action stuff, that's still. I think we should still, even if you're not running the ball, fucking hit a play action. I don't even care. Just do it.
Absolutely.
Just
Got to
do
show it. You got to
Yeah.
show it to.
Speaking of Hertz here, I have a little hot take that I can't
There we go.
believe a guy like me didn't know about this. So, I seen this thing, and it was obviously AI generated, and it was Nick Sirianni at a press conference, and they are asking him what's going on with the team, and he's like, "Well, I have a quarterback that can't handle a complex scheme, can't run under center,
Oh,
just
that thing you sent me?
dude, that he just goes
Yeah.
on, and I was like, oh man, I've never taken a look at what this man scored on the Wonderlic test because, like, he to me doesn't seem like he understands what he's seeing a lot of the time. I mean, that's that one read label that he's got on him. I mean, that's what if you're not seeing what's going on, you're a one read guy and you're out. Well, his legs don't work as good anymore, so he's going to be forced to be a quarterback now. And I went and looked up his Wonderlic score. It was an 18. That's bad for a quarterback. It's
Yeah.
just below average. For like a normal person taking it, it's like just below average. I think 20 is average. And to me, honestly, like I'm not a genius by any means. I've taken the Wonderlic test, and I was extremely hungover and on like 3 hours of sleep, and I scored a 32 on it. So like, come on now, like you're telling me Jalen Hurts, fresh out of college, you can't score better than an 18? Like maybe he's doesn't have the mental capacity. But that's not great to me to see that my quarterback. I mean, he's not Vince Young. I think Vince Young scored in the single digits on it.
Well, yeah, I think he was the lowest, Vince Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
a hot
great.
take.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I wish I would have never came across this stat or this information. I wish I would have never looked into it because now it's poisoning me even more against my quarterback when I don't want to be poisoned against him. But I also am not blind, and I won't turn a blind eye to stuff that I'm seeing. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's crazy.
I don't know that it's maybe Sirianni's scheme works and Hurts just can't execute it. And Sirianni is getting a bad rap.
Jesus.
I
I'm-
don't know. I don't know that that's the truth, but I'm just saying could be.
Yeah, I'm googling now. Here's
Now
a
that-
test. Here's a test Wonderlic question. Which of the following is the earliest date? And there's dates listed.
It's super it's random stuff. I'm not kidding you. It's random stuff. I think you get 12 minutes or something like that to take it. It's 50 tests or 50 questions and you get through as many as you can.
It seems pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this isn't a hard test.
Oh,
I said,
Damn
like,
it. God
I'm
damn it.
I'm a nobody and I scored a 32 on it. So I mean, which is actually I found out was kind of high. But
Hey,
either
man.
way, maybe I just got a bunch of easy questions because it's all random.
About to take one tomorrow.
Yeah, do it.
We should all take a Wonderlic test and see who scores.
Just choose the highest.
We'll do
And
it
if
on
we
the
all-
mic. Next
and if we-
episode, we're all doing one.
If we all
Wonderlic
score
test.
high, we should be the quarterback for the
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's discouraging to hear. So that kind of feeds into some of the stuff that you've been hearing, behind the scenes that they're asking why Kellen Moore's offense doesn't look like Kellen Moore's offense. And they're like, well, because Sirianni's putting his, fingers on it. And it's like, is it? Or is he having to water it down?
The other thing is, I saw that is no wonder why Devin White's not suited up is because he refuses to play on special teams. So
Yeah, be gone.
that's why. Yep. Get out
Yeah.
of here. Get out of here.
If
Quick.
we're like talking drama, are we? But AJB and Hertz, they're best friends, but are they?
I hope not, because when Hurts has to go, which is going to be soon, I don't want it poisoning AJ Brown against the franchise, and then we lose him too. I want AJ and Devontae to stay because guess what? The next quarterback that comes in probably is going to be successful with these two. Maybe
Yeah,
more
I agree.
successful than Hurts.
As long as it's a 3-step drop, unload quarterback.
Yeah, none of this holding the ball, none of this scrambling around. Just 3 steps back. You have, your progression 1, 2, 3. It's out. And if they're not open, it's to the sideline, to your dump or to your, check down.
I got some
Yeah.
other stats, but I think I'll wait for the pregame stuff.
I feel like, man, this might be a crazy take / path that I'm going on, but like, there's nothing to lose for either of these individuals. Like Sirianni, okay, yeah, you're almost fired, and we're not
Yeah,
going to fire you
absolutely.
mid-season. Hurts, you're like on the precipice of like not being an NFL quarterback. Like, just stop with everything, and just show us who you are. Like, just do it, right?
Bury
Yeah.
the beef. If there is beef between head coach and QB1, you guys, this bye week right here, you need to bury the hatchet. And you guys, if that's what's holding the team back, or if that's one of the main contributing factors to why the offense looks like what the offense looks like compared to what it should look like, Even though it's one of the, I think it's a top 7 offense right now. But still, it could be so much better. You need to bury that. You need to fix that this week before we come back out. Before we see the Browns, this needs to be addressed and fixed. And if I'm Lori and Howie, I'm actually putting my fingers on this and I'm going down there and taking a look. Because
It's only a
on it.
it's only a
because-
top 7 offense through yardage.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not
That's it.
scoring. Not
Yeah.
scoring.
Well, you brought up beef, Clayton. Like let's think about it. Like what beef could there be? I mean, like seriously, like nothing has really happened. Like, are these just like sensitive guys? I mean, like nothing has happened.
Maybe behind the scenes. I
I know, but
some people have floated this theory that, and this is people that are beat writers that I listen to,
yes,
that are inside the locker room, and they floated the idea that maybe Ertz doesn't think of Sirianni as a real NFL head coach, so he
right.
doesn't
But
respect
like,
him. So it's kind of like he doesn't want him here. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I mean, and honestly, Sirianni could turn around and say the same thing about Jalen, but he never will. He'll always go to
no,
bat for Jalen. But I mean, he could turn around and say, if it is Jalen, the reason that this offense has to be watered down every time, molded to what he can do mentally, that's a problem, man.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, even okay, so you don't respect the guy, but like he's here and like get the job done.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like okay, you don't respect the guy, and you don't think he should be a coach, but like, okay, well then do the best that you can do. I mean, man, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in some of these meetings in the facility because
Front
it just
office
doesn't
got to
make
move
sense.
on. The front office has to move on from one or the other because it's just a disaster.
yeah. I'm telling you right
And it's
now,
the writing's on the wall.
yeah. Well, you come out of the bye week here, and you drop it to Cleveland, and you drop it to.
Oh
I mean,
god.
at that point, serious conversations have to start to occur.
Well, you can't let the talent waste.
That's what we're doing right now. You're 100% right, and that's what we're doing. Like, this team is underperforming and has been for almost a full year now. I mean, if you think, and even last year at the beginning, I know they went 10-1, but did you ever really feel good about this team? I never felt really great about it. It was
There
like
was
we're
squeaking
scraping
Dude, we've
through.
been doing this.
Yeah.
We've been doing the same thing since week 11 of last year. Like, remember week 1? We didn't feel good about it.
Mhm.
We were like winning games. It was like a field goal here. Like,
But there was always excuses. We always could find an excuse last year when those early games, like the Patriots game. Oh, they didn't play the preseason. Oh, it was raining. Oh, Tom Brady's numbers being retired.
oh yeah, the heat stuff. I'm done with the heat stuff. They had to play in it too.
Exactly, dude. There's
I'm
no
tired of that.
excuses.
With the Instagram and everyone streaming and Keely Ringo's now got a Twitch. Stop with the streaming. Stop with it. I'm done with the podcast. If you want to play, you can play. If you don't want to play, get out. I'm paying you. Everyone's paying you to do a job. You don't need to be a media member. Okay? If you don't want to play, then don't play. With Kelsey, I was tired of it. I'm tired.
What's your podcast going to be, Keely Ringo? How to be a second string fucking corner in the NFL? Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
It's like, dude, give me a break. Just go out and play. I mean, seriously. Sorry, guys. I got
No,
impassioned.
I'm with you. And not only that, it annoys me that they do their own thing, but god damn it, do not go on anybody else's. I don't care if it's not even a rival. Like Slay went on a rival's pod. Don't go on anybody else's, man. Like, don't.
I do care if it's your own thing. I dude, you're making so much money. Like, just focus on football.
No,
Being
definitely,
great.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
focus
It
on
annoys
being
me.
great.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I don't know. Jib, where you at?
He's
Nah,
sleeping.
that annoyed me. I
I got some other takes. I think I'll wait for Thursday pod.
Right on.
What do you guys think? Thursday?
Yeah, that would work best for me.
Let's do Thursday pregame pod. What anything else, guys?
Just take a little look around the league here, see what happened.
Yeah,
today.
dude, I didn't watch any football. Did you guys watch football? It was all
A
Phillies.
little bit. I watched some of that Browns Commanders game, and I'll say Jalen Daniels is the truth.
I was gonna say,
Jaden,
yeah, that's
Jaden
tough.
Daniels.
Jaden, sorry. He is the truth.
Yeah, that's
All
tough.
right, so we're looking. The Commanders beat the Browns 34-13. Doug got a win today.
Nice.
Pulled it off. The Ravens came back and beat the Bengals at
They
home.
did. That was huge.
Crazy. Man,
Bengals are looking bad. They're going to implode, and I think
hopefully in time for
send
us,
a bunch of dudes into a trade situation.
because we play them in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go in there.
No, not the Bengals.
Yeah, we play the Bengals.
3 weeks, so.
See where we're up.
Let's fact check.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Let's see. We got the Bengals on October 27th, 125.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Time,
Sorry.
It'll be 425.
All right. So we got Jags beat the Colts. Ravens came back and beat the Bengals. The Cardinals came back and beat the Niners 24-23.
Good for them.
The
Niners.
Giants ended up besting the Seahawks.
Wait.
29-20.
Go back, Clayton. The
Yep.
Niners lost. Who did that?
Arizona came back and beat them
Ooh.
24-23. Let's take a look at the player stats.
I love that.
Yep.
Dude,
Kyler Murray.
I love McCaffrey. Like he's done. He's
Kyler
popped.
Murray had a so-so day. Kyler Murray, 19 of 30, 195 yards, 1 TED, 1 pick. Purdy,
Love that.
19 of 35, 244, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. So, Purdy didn't help the team much. All right,
Yeah.
and then I think the Cowboys are playing right now. They got the Steelers tied 3-3 start of the second quarter.
Oh wow, really? This late? Let's see.
Yeah, they were delayed forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3-3. I'll have to go watch that.
Yeah, the Bears beat the Panthers. That's not a big deal. The Packers beat the Rams, but the Rams are hurt, so that's not a big deal. And then Thursday night, the Falcons came back on the Bucks in overtime.
I will say this: week 9, the Eagles play the Jags. I think that's going to be flexed to a 1:00 game. It's a Sunday night game.
Yeah, Doug might be gone by then. Well, he did win today.
come
He did win today.
on.
I think they'll
Really?
flex. I just think they'll flex it to like a 1:00 game.
Can they flex it in November? I thought that was like December thing.
I don't know, but it's not the game of the week. I do know that.
Well, that's prime time. I think
Yeah.
given contracts with like NBC, I don't know if they could.
Maybe not. I don't know what situation there is.
Okay, yeah, so that is a Sunday night game.
Doug Peterson. Here's something. All right. Here's something that I saw like a meme. Would you take Doug Peterson back?
It's a no for me.
Yeah, it's a no from me. I was sour on Doug at the end there. And I was maybe too hard on him after seeing some of the Nick Sirianni stuff. I thought Doug was too soft. I thought he was a player's coach, and then we got Sirianni, and I'm like, oh, okay, you can get softer. All right, that's
Well, I'm gonna tell
You
you
don't
what
want-
I saw.
You don't want vanilla ice cream?
I saw like what? At one point in time, I remember. I'll never forget this. Doug Peterson ran 3 bubble screens to a 3 and out, and then he ran another 3. I think in another 11 plays. So he ran 6 screens, I think, and it might have even been more than that. I forget the exact number, but I used to like harp on it. But 6 screens and 11 plays.
yeah. Some of those were tight end screens too, but none of them worked.
Yeah. And they were just shitting on us with them.
Oh,
The thing
Yeah.
that's crazy, like people always say, like, "Oh, you're an armchair this or that or whatever," blah blah blah. But like, a lot of the times, like you guys, like I've watched sports my entire life, and like some of these decisions aren't hard. Like, why are you running a bubble screen 3 times?
Especially when you got one of the best running back nowadays, like with Saquon Barkley. Like, why are you not running the ball? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like for us to call it out, like, people aren't just armchair. It's like it makes sense to not do what you're doing.
This was definitely 3-1 series. I think Clayton was there watching the game
100%.
with me. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. And then they came out the next series, and I think they ran at least 2 more in a row.
Yeah, it was insane.
And then, like, the next series, they ran a couple. It was like, what the
Yeah,
hell is going on?
The one was they ran another one like a couple series later, and it was that big ass gain that Carson Wentz was like fake throw the screen, and then he did like a 180 out of it. I don't know if you guys remember that play, but it went like fairly deep. If you look at Carson Wentz highlight plays, it's one of them. It's one of his plays. You know, that was one of the screens.
Oh man. But yeah. Tis what it is. Anybody else want to yell about TikTokers playing sports?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Jib. Nice going.
Well, all right. Was a
All right,
good
guys.
one.
Yeah.
Go Phils. Let's go,
All
man.
right. Go Phils.
Come on,
what do you
come
think?
alive.
What do you think? Phils and 5? Phils and 5? Phils and
Phils
3?
and 4.
Phils and 4?
I
Phils
want
and
Phils
4.
and 4. I feel like this team could do it, but
On the road? I don't think so.
Phils and 4.
Phils and 4.
Oh man.
Who's going to
I
be
don't
the
know.
game 4 pitcher? You guys, I don't know what our rotation
Gotta be
is.
Suarez.
I was going to say, is it
I
Ranger?
mean, Nola and then Suarez. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Nola
okay.
and then Suarez. No brand.
That's what I thought.
Because
I didn't know if they bring
Wheeler.
Wheeler back. Yeah, I was going to say. I
No,
don't know
Wheeler
if they-
can't pitch for 3 days because he threw over 80 pitches.
Oh, give me a break.
So I looked
on
that up the other day.
Okay.
If you throw 51 to 80 pitches or above, you can't pitch for 3 days.
So,
But I guess Monday would be a day. So
yeah.
it could be Wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
No.
be interesting if they want to throw Wheels out there. in
I
that
think you
game
go.
4.
I think you go Suarez. I really
too.
do.
I like Ranger.
I think he's gonna get his head back around.
He was fire before the All-Star break, man. That guy was like, it was like Alex was saying, he was like the Cy Young favorite going into the All-Star break.
Yeah.
I think he's coming back.
Well, so you got to think about it. Like, all right, so who's getting the ball? Nola. I mean, if Nola goes out and loses, hopefully not. But so now we're all hands on deck. So Wheels would be
No, he
probably he'd be
If
relieved.
it's a must-win, you almost have to go to Wheels. 'cause-
Well, no,
Good,
he wouldn't start. He'd be like relief. I think.
in game 4 or game.
Today, Saturday, Sunday.
So if 4 is a must win, then
So that would be Wednesday.
Ranger would get the ball, and then it would be all hands on deck. And I think Wheels would probably
Comes
come
out
off.
of the bullpen. Okay, I got
Yeah.
what you're saying then. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he would. Yeah, it's all hands on deck, and you would have Wheels, and then whatever else. But hopefully, it doesn't come to that.
We're not getting to that.
We're not getting to that, boys. Stay
Let's keep
positive.
positivity here.
Yeah, stay positive. We're not getting that. So
That's what it would look like, though. That's what it would look like.
yeah.
Nah,
It
I got
should've come to
faith in Ranger. I really do. I think he's gonna get his head right. He's ready to go.
As long as he can give us 5 quality innings, awesome.
Yeah.
The
His
bullpen
family-
can handle it from there.
His family
Hopefully.
came over, threw him off his game.
Throw him off.
I agree. He's been shit ever since.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Any other notes? News?
No.
Go Birds. Let's
Thanks
do
for
it.
having us. Go Birds, go Phils.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Go Birds.
Go Birds, go Phils.